Hello everyone, this is Sean Heather, and in this video we are going to do a gaming performance test of the Google Pixel 9 Pro smartphone by playing few of the most high-end heavy graphics game on the highest possible graphics setting. We will also monitor the battery performance and whether we are going to face any heating issue or not. So here we go. So for this testing purpose, we have set the screen refresh rate to 120Hz, the battery percentage is 37, and these are the games we got today here on our Pixel 9 Pro. So first of all, let's start with Injustice 2. So here in the FPS meter, you can see we are getting 60 FPS. So we are constantly getting 60 FPS. The gameplay is pretty smooth, graphics quality is really good. The 3D graphics rendering is also very impressive.
I stand my ground. For the green. Crash out. Now do you feel fear? You're getting the full clip. You're dead, you just don't know it. Really? That's how you got it? Business is business. Tasting blood yet? Mind if we get a picture of it?
So everything was nice and smooth while playing Injustice 2 on Pixel 9 Pro. The only thing is that this device does not support 120 FPS yet for Injustice 2, so the maximum possible frame rate you will get is 60 only. Now let's play Call of Duty Mobile. So here in the graphics setting of Call of Duty Mobile, by default very high graphics is selected with max frame rate. I can select ultra frame rate that will bring 120 FPS mode for multiplayer game, but the graphics quality will move to medium. So I'm going to play the game on max frame rate with very high graphics, and then I will try ultra frame rate to see whether we are going to get 120 FPS or not. Here in the download manager you can see we have downloaded the HD resource pack to get the best graphics quality while playing Call of Duty Mobile on Pixel 9 Pro. So the graphics quality is really good. We are getting good amount of details. 3D graphics rendering is also quite nice. And we are getting 60 FPS as you can see. If you have a look on the gun, you can see how much detail we are getting. Also if you have a look on the ground, looking pretty good.
Enemy UAV spotted. Enemy down.
down. Sentry gun ready to deploy. XS-1 Goliath is ready. Heads up, team. Enemy UAV spotted. Tango down. UAV online.
So as you can see, we are constantly getting 60, 62 FPS.
Enemy UAV spotted.
Graphics quality is brilliant, no frame drops or lagging is happening.
Stealth chopper on standby. We've taken the lead. Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted. Enemy down! Sentry gun deployed. Enemy down! XS-1 Goliath incoming. Heads up, team. Enemy UAV spotted. XS-1 Goliath is landing.
Fallen soldier.
Enemy UAV spotted. UAV online. Headshot! We've taken the lead. Headshot! Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted. Enemy UAV spotted. Tango down! UAV online. Heads up. UAV spotted. Targets in sight. Tango down! Enemy UAV spotted. UAV online. Heads up, team. Enemy UAV spotted. Target down! Contact with enemy. Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted. Heads up, team. Enemy UAV spotted. We've taken the lead. Enemy down. Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted. UAV online. Objective almost complete. Keep it up. Tango down. We're almost there. Keep it up. Enemy contact. Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted. Enemy down! UAV online. UAV spotted.
Enemy contact. Target down.
So there was no frame drop, no lagging, and we were getting more than 60 FPS, 61, 62 most of the time. Graphics quality was pretty good. So now I'm going to select Ultra FPS with medium graphics, and let's see how much FPS we are going to get. So the graphics quality is still looking pretty good on medium, and we are getting 120 FPS now, as you can see here in the FPS meter. Let's play it a bit. Let's see whether we are going to face any fluctuation or not.
UAV online.
Contact
Be
with
advised, hostile sentry gun spotted. Enemy UAV spotted.
enemy down.
Online. Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted. Hostile killer drone.
So we are getting around 115 to 120 FPS most of the time. As you can see here, everything is looking nice and very smooth. Graphics quality is still pretty good, and there's no frame drop or lagging is happening. So I'm just going to leave it here. Let's close Call of Duty Mobile, and now let's play Asphalt Legends Unite. So the graphics quality is really impressive. And we are getting around 40 FPS here, as you can see. It's going up to 50 FPS as well. So there was no frame drop or lagging, and we were getting between 40 to 50 FPS. And now let's play PUBG Mobile. So here in the graphics setting of PUBG Mobile, you can see by default HD is selected for graphics, high for the frame rate. I can select HDR, Ultra HDR graphics as well, but if I'm going to Ultra HDR, then extreme frame rate is getting disabled. The extreme HDR is not available at all. So the maximum possible combination is Ultra HDR graphics with ultra frame rate, and if I'm going down to smooth, then the maximum possible frame rate is still extreme. So I can go with HDR with extreme, or I can go with Ultra HDR with ultra. So I'm going to play the game just like Call of Duty Mobile quickly on both of these graphic settings to see how much FPS we are going to get in both of them. So let's start with Ultra HDR graphics with ultra frame rate first. So here you can see that we are getting 40 FPS. The graphics quality is really good. Lots of details we are getting. If you have a look on the costume of the character, how the light is reflecting from its costume. from the shoulder pad. If you have a look on the ground, the cracks and everything, so much detail. And as you can see here in the FPS meter, we are getting 40-41 FPS. So as you can see, we are constantly getting 40-41 FPS. No frame drop or lagging is happening. Everything is smooth. Graphics quality is impressive. And it's so good so far. So once again, if you have a look on this tractor, you can see how much detail we are getting. It's quite nice for sure.
Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car. Thanks. Marked a location. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! We're the best. We are number one.
So everything was nice and smooth while playing PUBG Mobile on the highest possible graphic setting, and there was no frame drop or lagging, and we were getting 40-41 FPS constantly. So now I'm going to select extreme frame rate with HDR. If I'm going to HD or balanced or smooth, then the maximum possible frame rate is still extreme, so I'm going to make it the maximum possible graphics combo, that's extreme FPS with HDR graphics. So now you can see that we are getting 60 FPS, so we got 50% increment what we were getting last time, and the graphics quality is still good enough, and you can see how smooth is the gameplay. So once again you can see we are getting 60 FPS fluctuating between 57, 58, 59. But the good part is that it is way better than what we were getting earlier, that was 40-41 FPS only, but now we are getting 60 FPS, so that's quite impressive. So I'm just gonna leave it here. Let's have a look on the battery status now. So after playing all of these games for like 50 minutes, the battery percentage moved from 37 to 19. So battery performance is not that great, because in less than 60 minutes the battery percentage reduced 18%. So if you play all of these high-end heavy graphics game on the highest possible graphics setting, then you won't get more than 5.5 hours of gameplay on this device. Talking about the heating issue, the device is slightly warm, it's not hot. When I was playing Call of Duty Mobile, then I felt a bit warm sensation, but after that it went down and now it is pretty much normal. And also we have seen that there was no frame drop or lagging because of any heating issue or something. So this is a nice thing as well. The only thing is that Injustice 2 is not fully compatible. It's still only 60 FPS we are getting. On Asphalt 9 we were getting around 40-50 FPS max, and on Call of Duty we could get up to 120 FPS, and on PUBG Mobile we could get up to 60 FPS. So that's all for now friends. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it useful, then give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe the channel, and I will see you guys next time in another video. Have a nice day.